Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be doing risk management. This is a TryHackMe engineering, security engineering room, and we're going to go through this. There's some prereqs. I'm not going to read the whole thing out for you guys. The only thing I'm going to do is really help you with the flags, if possible, give you some hints, and then that'll be pretty much it. So I'll kind of skip this pre-intro, and then we'll turn to some of these questions here. All right, risk avoidance. Obviously, you're avoiding the risk if possible. It's pretty much in the word, right? Risk acceptance. You have knowledge of the risk, but you're acknowledging it and you're accepting the risk because the cost of mitigating it may outweigh the benefits. Risk reduction. You look towards mitigating the risk, or mitigating the risk, at least reducing it. So in these two questions here, you decide to carry an extra laptop, your main laptop fails, the second laptop will be ready. What would you call this response? So if you're trying to reduce the risk by carrying a second laptop, then you're trying to reduce the risk, right? All right, this next one, you think your laptop has never fallen before and chances of it failing now are too slim. You decide not to take any action. What do you call the response? Well, you're deciding not to take any action, right? So you're accepting the fact that if someone was to spill coffee on your laptop would not work, right? So we'll go ahead and move on. All right, this next one right here. What do you call the potential loss of an incident that may have an impact on the CIA of an organization's information assets? Risk. So if you have risk, right, you have a threat, you have a vulnerability, then you have risk. All right, next. What do you call a weakness an attacker could exploit to gain unauthorized access to a system or data? Vulnerability. So if that threat is able to exploit a vulnerability, then that would be a vulnerability. What do you consider a business laptop? An asset. You're an asset. Everyone's an asset. Ransomware has become a lucrative business from multiple perspective of legal businesses. How do you classify ransomware groups? They're threats. Right. Moving on. Task 3. All right. What is the name of the risk assessment methodology developed by NIST? That's going to be the NIST 800-30, I think. Let's see. Yay. All right. So I'll go ahead and read that real quick and we'll move on. All right. For all those people who are out there and you're working and you get off work, you're super tired and you don't want to read this, like I don't want to read this. I just highlight it and I download an extension that allows it to read out loud to me. If you're using Edge, this is already installed by default, but Google, you have to download an extension. But yeah, I could have it read out loud to me, and then once it's done reading, then I answer the question. Just hey, just giving you a hint. I do this in all my videos. All right, it took a minute for me to understand like what are these numbers? So 4,500, that's the ALE before they implement any safeguards. Then the 180, that's what it would cost, or that's the ALE, the annual loss expectancy. After you implement the safeguard, you're only going to lose 180. And then how much does that antivirus cost? Costs 120. So if you're taking what it was before and subtracting it by, what it is after plus the cost of the anti-malware, you're looking at 4,200, which is good. That means that um, it's a benefit. It's a benefit. You would have lost 4,500, and now you're not losing that. In fact, what you're having as a benefit is 4,200, right? What you would have lost is only 1,000 is only $180, right? And that solution would have cost 120. That alone is saying this is worth it, compared to how much it costs to operate versus how much you'll lose if you don't use it. that's what you should be looking at, but we're just looking at the benefit, right, of 4,200. I hope that's what we're thinking. We're trying to do math. I hope math is mathin'. All right, all right, everybody, this is my GitHub, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna follow the link. So I'll provide you the link. And then once you're at the link, just click on the little dots here, and it gives you an option to download, so you could download it. And you see once it downloads it, this is the spreadsheet, and you can just go ahead and open it. Make sure you enable all content, and then you should be good. If you don't trust it or whatever, you could scan it. So you can open it from File Explorer, scan it for viruses or whatever, if you want to be precautious. I don't blame you. Hey, I do it all the time. Scan it, make sure it's good, and then open it, and there you go. You got it. So if you click here, this is where it's at. All right, like, subscribe. All right, attempt 3, let's go. So we have laptop, $2,000, 50% of it's exposed. Annual rate of occurrence is 2.5. The cost of the safeguards, 1,500. After you implement it, the annual rate of occurrence is, our exposure factor is 10%. So negative, do not implement the safeguard because we have a negative number. So quickly, bad move. Smartphone, asset value, $1,000. The little dots out there. All right, exposure factor 0.5. Annual rate of occurrence is 0.5. Oh, exposure factor is 100. So this is supposed to be 1. This is supposed to be 0.5. There you go. So 1. Oh, after safeguard, it's 1%. So it's 0.1. All right. And wait, that's exposure factor. Okay, that's exposure factor. And the annual rate of occurrence is 0.5. Okay, it's 100. 200. All right, and the cost of safeguard is $20. So that's positive numbers, implement the safeguard. This next one, server, it's valued at $10,000. $10,000, come on. Move this a little bit more over here. 25% exposure factor, so 0.25. And annual rate of occurrence is 0.35. All right, so after you implement safeguard, exposure factor is 0. And, well, so you lose no money. 10,000. All right, and annual rate of occurrence is 0.35. All right, cost of the safeguard is $70. Implement safeguard. Yes, we got it. We got it. So there it is, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, viewers. All right, we got flag, paste that in. Oh yeah. All right. So I'm gonna provide you the spreadsheet so you can use it, and I'll provide you a link where you can go and download it. Because I got all the functions, you just need to hand jam the numbers. And just to let you know, sometimes the calculations are different, so you're not going to get the same calculations as I did. Anyhow, gosh, we got that one. I was like struggling. Oof, I do not want to do that one again. All right, guys. So let's girls, ladies. All right, let's go on to the next one. Let's see here. Putting it all together. That one's not too hard. Oof, yeah, that one looks pretty difficult. All right. This next one, is it pretty easy? All right. Yeah, let me read through it. Just to let you know, I made my spreadsheet look really nice and cool just for you. Like and subscribe. All right, let's go back over here. So you want to confirm the new policy enforcing laptop disencryption is effective. You want to keep an eye out for new regulations, laws, looking out for compliance. All right, let's move on. Task 9. All right, on to the last one, and let's go. So to analyze the control and safeguard effectively, hover over the elements and explore the interface to gain valuable insight. Laptop, are we counted down here? I don't think we are. All right, laptop, theft from office, asset value. So let's do this again. $2,500. Exposure factor is 100%. It's 1. And any rate of occurrence is 0.05. All right. After the safeguard's implemented, exposure factor, does it say after? Oh, I heard it say. So 0.6. All right, 0.6 of 2,500. And any rate of occurrence is 0.05. 0.005. There we go. $75. The cost of the safeguard is $45. It's actually 6% after the safeguard. Okay. And before the safeguard was implemented, what was the exposure factor? 100%. So looking at 125 versus 75, $5. Sure, I approve it. Workstation, disk failure, asset $3,000. Okay. Exposure factor 70%. All right, it's $3,000. Actually, so oh snaps! I wasn't supposed to do that. I don't think I was supposed to edit that field. No, I shouldn't have to edit that field. That should be C5. There we go. All right, annual rate of occurrence 0.20. 0.20. All right, and then the after safeguards implement is 0. All right, and the cost of it is 3,000. All right, and annual rate of occurrence is 0.20. 20. All right. Cost safeguard is $200. Let's see. So yeah, that's approved. Yeah. Smartphones. All right, so smartphones is 1,250. Right, exposure factor is 1, so 100%. ARO is 0.35. after the safeguards implement, so 40%, so 0.40, and the asset value is 1,500. Okay, and SLE is right, that's already calculated. Right, ARO is 0.35. All right, and the safeguard costs $40. So that's a good idea. Workstation failure. So we got workstation failure. 3,000. Exposure factors 10%, 0.10. All right. ARO is 0.05. And just gotta do this one. ARO is 0. After safeguard is 0. After safeguard. Oh, actually, is that the exposure? The factor is 0. Yeah, exposure factor is 0. And reoccurrence is still 0.05. I don't know. Seems like a good idea to implement it. Oh, no, actually it's not. It's a bad idea. Yeah. 3,000, because it's such a low exposure factor that this is a bad idea. Can I click anything else? This door, maybe? Office, okay. So intrusion in the office is 20,000. 100% exposure factor, so that's 1. SLE is 20,000, all right. 0. ARO is 0.10. Okay, and then 20,000. God, I feel like an accountant right now or something. All right, after you implement this, it will be 15% for the exposure factor. Mm, 3,000. All right, so annual rate of occurrence is 0.10, and the cost of it is 750. Yeah, so that's a good deal to implement then. So we'll approve it. Oh my God, how many more do I have? It's Windows. Clicked on that one, I think. Oh, this laptop. Did I do the laptop? I did a laptop. I don't remember if I did a laptop. I don't remember what I did anymore. All right, let's do this. 2,500. Exposure factor 1%. Arrow 0.20. That's 500. After it's 0.24. Okay. And then the annual recurrence is 0.20. 200, and then the cost of the safeguard is $75. So it seems like a good idea to implement. I think it's a tablet. I think have I done this one? I already clicked that element. Ugh, malware. All right. 3,000, 3,000, 0.85. Arrow is 0.35. All right, and here after you implement it, it's 0.5. And that's not 2,000, that's 3,000. And rate of recurrence is 0.35. And cost of implementing it, 75. That seems to be like a good deal. Hey, we got it. Here's the flag. Woo! Got the confetti and everything. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoy this video. It took me a good minute. Um, you know, so please consider liking, subscribing. I will share this. I'm thinking about either putting it on my GitHub or finding some other way of sharing it. But what you'll do is you'll find a link in the description and you'll find another link in the comment section in case I couldn't post it in the description or had issues or whatever. And then follow that link, download the spreadsheet. I swear it's not malware. It's going to be an XML file. And then you can just punch in the numbers like in a little accountant, right? And then you should be able to get all the flags. All right, Danny, out.